India has been the largest troop contributor to UN missions since its inception. So far, India has taken part in 43 peacekeeping missions with a total contribution exceeding 180,000 troops and a significant number of police personnel having been deployed. In 2014, India is the third largest troop contributor with 7,860 personnel deployed with 10 UN peacekeeping missions, of which 995 are police personnel, including the first female-formed police unit under the UN. Recently, Indian peacekeepers were lauded by the UN for their efforts in preventing a carnage in the South Sudan conflict which resulted in the death of 2 of its soldiers. India has so far provided 1 military advisor, 1 police advisor, 1 deputy military advisor, 14 force commanders and numerous police commissioners in various UN missions. Indian Army has also contributed lady officers as military observers and staff officers, apart from them forming part of medical units being deployed in UN missions. The first all-women contingent in peacekeeping mission, a formed police unit from India, was deployed in 2007 to the UN operation in Liberia. Lieutenant Satish Nambiar, a former Indian Army Lieutenant General, served as the United Nations Protection Force Commander from March 1992 to March 1993. He also served on the high-level panel on threats, challenges and change of the Peacebuilding Commission. India was reappointed to the Organizational Committee of the Peacebuilding Commission in December 2010 for a third 2-year term. India is supportive of nationally led plans for peace consolidation, while arguing for a constructive approach and a lighter touch by the Peacebuilding Commission in extending advice, support and in extending its involvement. India has also been contributing to the United Nations Peacebuilding Fund. Past missions. The following are the Indian contributions to the United Nations peacekeeping missions since 1950. Korea. Paramedical unit composed of 17 officers, 9 JCOs and 300 other ranks was deployed to facilitate withdrawal of sick and wounded in Korea. Lt. Gen. K.S. Thimuya was appointed as the chairman of the Neutral Nations Repatriation Commission set up by UN. India also provided a custodian force under Major General S. P.P. Thorat comprising 231 officers, 203 JCOs and 5,696 other ranks. Indochina. India provided an infantry battalion and supporting staff for control of Indochina, comprising 3 states of Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos. Tasks included monitoring, ceasefire and repatriation of prisoners of war, among others. A total of 970 officers, 140 JCOs and 6,157 other ranks were provided during the period from 1954 to 1970. Middle East. India was part of the United Nations Emergency Force, where for the first time armed troop contingents were deployed. India's contribution was an infantry battalion and other support elements. Over a period of 11 years, 393 officers, 409 JCOs and 12,383 other ranks took part in the operations. Congo. 2 infantry brigades composed of 467 officers, 401 JCOs and 11,354 other ranks participated and conducted operations. A flight of 6 Canberra bomber aircraft of the IAF also participated in the operations. 39 personnel of the Indian contingent laid down their lives. Captain G.S. Solaria was awarded posthumously the Param Vir Chakra for action in Katanga, southern Congo. Cambodia. United Nations Transitional Authority in Cambodia was set up to supervise ceasefire, disarm combatants, repatriate refugees and monitor conduct of free and fair elections. A total of 1373 peacekeepers from all ranks of the Indian Army participated. Mozambique, 2 engineer companies, HQ company, logistics company, staff offices and military observers were provided. In all 1083 peacekeepers from all ranks participated. Somalia, the Indian Navy and Indian Army took active part in UN operations. Indian Army deployed a brigade group composed of 5,000 personnel from all ranks and the Navy deployed 4 battleships. Rwanda, an infantry battalion group of signal company and engineer company, staff officers and military observers were provided. Total of 956 from all ranks took part. Brigadier Shivakumar of the Indian Army was the third and final force commander of UN troops serving in Rwanda from December 1995 March 1996. Angola, besides providing a deputy force commander, an infantry battalion group and an engineer company comprising a total of 1014 from all ranks. India contributed 10 military observers for UNAVEM-1, 25 for UNAVEM-2 and 20 military observers, 37 SOs, and 30 senior NCOs for UNAVEM-3. Sierra Leone, 2 infantry battalion groups, 2 engineer companies, quick reaction company, attack helicopter unit, medical unit and logistic support in addition to sector HQ and force headquarters staff were provided. Ethiopia, Eritrea. Indian contribution comprised 1 infantry battalion group, 1 construction engineer company and 1 force reserve company, apart from staffing at various HQs and military observers. Current missions. The Indian Armed Forces are currently undertaking the following UN missions. Lebanon, 1 infantry battalion group, level 2 hospital comprising 650 peacekeepers from all ranks and 23 staff officers till date have been deployed. The current situation in the mission is tense and volatile due to the crises in Syria. UNIFIL's mandate is renewed by United Nations Security Council annually. Current mandate expires on the 31st of August 2014. B. Congo. Extended Chapter 7 mandate with augmented infantry brigade group, Army aviation contingent with utility helicopters along with a large number of military observers and SOs have been contributed. In addition, 2 formed police units ex-BSF and ITBP have also been deployed since 2009. Lt. Chandra Prakash of India was, till recently, the force commander in MONUSCO. MONUSCO's new mandate Viday Resolution 2098 has been implemented with an intervention brigade provided by O, deployed under UN command. The FARDC along with the support of MONUSCO were able to destroy the M23 rebel group. However, the situation continues to be volatile and uncertain due to the presence of other armed groups. Sudan and South Sudan, 2 infantry battalion groups, sector HQ, engineer company, signal company, level 2 hospital and a large number of military observers and staff officers have been deployed. The mission has a deputy force commander Brigadier Mistry and until recently a deputy police commissioner Mr. Sanjay Kundu was also present there. The latest political developments in the mission led to widespread inter-tribe violence and large displacement of locals. In the ensuing intrastate conflict, 2 Indian peacekeepers lost their lives while ensuring protection of civilians. The current situation continues to be highly volatile and sporadic clashes between the tribes are being reported regularly. Golan Heights. A logistics battalion with 190 personnel has been deployed to look after the logistics security of UNDOF. Marge. Jen. I.S. Singer is the force commander since July 2012. Current crisis due to Syrian conflict has impacted the mission, and exchange of fire between the Syrian forces and the armed groups have put the peacekeepers in grave danger. Ivory Coast. The mission has been supported by Indian staff officers and military observers since its inception. Haiti. Apart from 3 Indian-formed police units there, i.e. from CISF, CRPF and Assam Rifles, which have been successful, the mission has been supported by Indian Army staff officers since its inception. Liberia. India has been contributing both male and female-formed police units from CRPF and its specialized unit RAF in Liberia. The female-formed police unit has especially become an inspiration for the women of the host nation and have become trendsetters for other such female FPUs across the globe. Till recently, Mr. Gautam Sawang of India was the acting police commissioner there.